Good morning. What? Fuck. Afternoon. Shit. Forget I said that. That's the first time I've messed up in a while. It's the first time in a while. I've been doing very good. Anyway. Welcome to Blender. Happy Monday. I keep thinking it's Tuesday. I don't know why, but I keep thinking it's Tuesday. Oh, also shout out to I'm bored with the early bird. Enjoy your worm. Bird lady, hello. Welcome. You may notice I did some work on Sumi off stream. Okay. You may notice I did a little bit off stream. She now has irises and pupils and lashes and brows. Fancy. I think she's looking very nice. Congrats on the new job. When do you start? Oh, thank you! I start on Friday. That's why our stream is so late on Friday. It's scheduled for 5. Wow, excuse me. I'm doing a morning prep shift on Friday. So I can still stream after that. Guess out the blender. We aren't smoothie ingredients. No, into the blender with you. Get in the soup. Into the soup. Yeah, I'm really excited. It's a really cool job. Okay, so I'm playing Arknight's Enfield. I need to grow the factory. I haven't played it, but Sierra's really enjoying it. At least she was the other day, it seemed. I forgot to ask. I forgot to ask for an updated review. But she seemed to be enjoying it. She loves a factory game. She loves to streamline logistics. And other such nerdy, silly things. So seems right up her alley. No more trouble standing for long periods? No. I guess I was having really frequent migraines. Really frequent aura migraines. So I was often in like a pre-migraine aura phase. Where I was getting kind of lightheaded and unsteady and brain foggy. And they put me on a medication to help prevent it. And ever since, I've been doing much better. No bitches. No bitches. Okay, so the plan for today is simple-ish. Almost all of the head is done. She still needs the inside details of her mouth. She has no tongue and no teeth. This shouldn't take too terribly long to fix. Your super uterus had nothing to do with why you were getting sick. They just happened to discover it. That's a lucky break, I guess. No. That was it the first time. This was the second thing. Just gotta gum everything. She doesn't even have gums. Just has mouth space. Are we back? Are we back? I don't know why that's been happening. I don't know why that's been happening. Ah, and it didn't save my settings because I... Anyway. Hi, welcome back. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. I don't know why I've been doing that. I updated my drivers. I ran my cleanup. I ran my cleanup program. Hey, what do you think you're doing? What do you think you're doing? You can't eat that. No eating those papers. Ugh. Okay, sorry. Hi. Lenica, thank you so much for the alert. Okay, sorry. Ugh. My bastard cat is trying to eat paperwork again. Blame Blender? It might be. Twitch crashed right after I redeemed Early Bird. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know why that's been happening. I updated. Maybe I need to update more drivers? I don't know, because I did it pretty fast. I don't know. I'll update more of my drivers. And hopefully that tells me something. Because Task Manager is like, nah, you should be good. I'm like, yeah, looks good. All looks good. Could be your BIOS that needs to be updated. I know mine needed to be, but I'm too lazy to do it because if you mess it up at all, your entire computer just turns into a brick. Oh! Yeah, I don't know about that one. That's scary. I'll try all the other stuff if I can first. We'll try literally everything else first. Okay. I did get a close-up of Sumi's face, actually. Let me take a look at that. And I can confirm she does actually have the little eyelid crease line. It's right alongside the curve of her bangs, so it's a little hard to see. So I'm glad I asked for that. But she does have it. So we'll add that as well. That Windows 11 update that made it so people couldn't turn their computers on. Oh, wait. Just wait for a Windows update that somebody bricks your entire computer and Bloodline. I'm staying on Windows 10. You'll have to pry it out of my cold dead hands. So I know it never updates their BIOS because you have to make like 1,000,000% sure that you grab the correct BIOS and that every single thing matches, because if not, you install the wrong... If not, and you install the wrong one, your computer just won't boot. Ah! Windows 11 update that made it so people couldn't turn their computers on or off. Yeah, that's terrifying. I'm not doing that. Okay. We're gonna add a couple lower lashes. Couple lower lashes. And the eyelid crease line. And then we'll do the tongue and teeth. And then we can start the terrifying process of making the hair. I am so scared to make this hair, guys. I'm terrified, shaking in my boots. It's so big. It's so fancy. It's so detailed. My goodness. But no matter. We can do it. No matter. When Windows... Oh, wait. I typically don't change my operating system for like 2 years after the new one is announced. I learned my lesson with Windows 8 where they had an update that bricked your entire computer and you had to roll your computer back to 7. Ooh. Ooh. That's not ideal. That is not ideal. When Windows 10 first came out, you couldn't use it unless your monitor was a touchscreen because it was made for tablets, so everyone hated it. That's really funny. I didn't know that. That's kind of hilarious. Like, annoying, I'm sure. Very annoying. But kind of a funny problem to have. Maybe just a little bit funny in retrospect, you know? Okay, let's see. Oh, your monitor isn't touchscreen? Sucks to suck, loser. Who has a touchscreen monitor? Like, I've seen touchscreen laptops, but like, a monitor? That is bizarre. I don't know, I'm sure it's a thing that I just haven't heard of, because I'm not up to date or whatever, but well, I mean, I'm up to date on, like, you know, Windows 10, so I hate touchscreen monitors. Now it's got a bunch of grubby little finger marks all over it, and I use my monitor to play games. Why would I want to be touching it? Yeah, for like a laptop, yeah, sure, fine, but for like a PC, no, no, no. Okay, there's her little... We're gonna make them a little bit smaller. just a couple little nice little very small, very small bottom lashes. I think those are the only ones we'll add on the mesh. There's some other like really tiny ones, but those will be painted on. Cleaning a phone screen is easy. It's just like one wipe, but a computer screen, that's like 4 wipes right there. That's 4 times the work. Yeah. Also, just like, why would I want to do that? Why do I want to do that? I don't, is the answer. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, now, something that I did on my model that I will probably be going back to fix if I lean forward. The teeth are too small. My teeth are too small. They don't take up enough of my mouth. They're too narrow. So when I smile, you can see the edges of my teeth, which isn't quite right. That should not be quite right. Should be all teeth, I think. So we're gonna make her teeth a little bit bigger. Mark seam. By seam. Hide everything else. Okay. Mouth. It's also why you shouldn't get the Nintendo Switch 2, because they're breaking consoles anytime they detect that something is sketchy on it, and the automated detection system does not work right. And if you happen to buy a used game from a console that was bricked, it will also break your console, because it installs breaking software on the cartridge, so it will break any new Switch that the cartridge gets plugged into. Yeesh! Yeah, you're a bird. Birds don't have teeth. That's fair. You need big teeth, you better chew through those seashells. Seed. Birds do have teeth. Do they? I couldn't tell you, honestly. I am not sure. Crows do not have teeth? Fair enough. Okay. And then we are going to... Oh wait, no. Because this is the inside, I need to make it the deflate option. Honestly, it's probably fine like that. Maybe not, but probably better to just do this. No? Sure. No. Will this side do it right? Who knows? Maybe. Yes, actually. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Okay. Just do perfect in this one. Perfect. Beautiful. Okay, perfect. Some birds, too, they have these ridges on the inside of their beak that help them break stuff down, as well as some birds have them on the outside of the beak as well. Oh, I didn't know that counted as teeth. Does that count as teeth? I need to carpet my brand new wood floor. I don't want to, but it's too cold. Have you considered getting a rug? That seems like a much less drastic, less permanent option. And a less expensive one. Maybe just a rug? Just my 2 cents, but... Okie dokie. The entire floor is all rugs already, but I'm going to have the entire wood floor covered in rugs. I might as well just carpet it. Fair enough. Okie dokie. Still look good. Alright, let's do the tongue next. Fancy, hello, hello. Hey, Corbin, how have you been? I've been pretty good. I got a job. If you're not in the Discord, you might not have seen, but I am no longer unemployed. Yay! Booba? I know, Booba, but not to worry, not to worry. Or, if I turn on edit mode where you can see the wireframe, boob's confiscated. You can't see the boob wireframe. Everybody is safe. We are going to add... Actually, wait, no. Subdivide. We're gonna use the subdivide modifier. Yeah. Bird is the word. Bird is the word. Things are looking up. Everything's coming up, Corbin. Blech. That looks all joined up. Let's shade it smooth. Nice. Smooth it out a bit more. Lovely. Okay. Was out of work for an entire week with the flu last week and had been told that they had someone covering my position, but the person in question didn't bother sweeping or mopping anything, so I'm coming back to rooms that have a week's worth of mud and dirt caked all over them. What the fuck? The fuck? Dude! You can't be doing that! Yeah, I'll fill in for your job, and then not do your job. Kill them? Yeah, that seems fair. Looking pretty good, I think. We're gonna pin it in the front a little bit. Looks like all they did was empty the trash cans and clean the bathrooms, so they didn't even do a good job with the bathrooms because the toilets are covered. All they did was clean the seat and nothing else. Yeah, I'm on board on this one. Kill them. Kill, kill, kill. There's a good tongue. Might adjust it later when I do the blend shapes, but that's good for now. And now teeth. Teeth, 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 teeth. Teeth, 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 teeth. Take them on a nice trip to Niagara Falls and just accidentally give them a gentle push. Dogs tend to frown on murder. That is true. They do. They do. That should be 0. There we go. On its symmetrical. And delete those. We can join it to this to keep them here. Just wait, actually, if I have connected only on, yeah, it should be fine. Vertices. Where's my sharp? There. Okay. Hi. 2 worms you owe me? Yep. I don't know what's going on with that, but I feel like it seems to only happen when we're streaming Blender, now that I think about it. Right? Let me check the logs. Let me check the logs. And by that I mean the go live alerts in my Discord. Looks like it did happen with control. But last time it definitely happened with Sumi's model. Oh. It happened on demo day. And on Sumi's model stream before that. So it's not exclusively Blender, it doesn't seem. It's not exclusively Blender. But that does seem the biggest problem. So I don't really know what to do about that. I don't really know what to do about that. I just did a big stupid. I drank from a bottle that I drank from when I had the flu and forgot to wash it first. I don't think that will be a problem. Might be either a GPU or CPU problem. Every time I open Task Manager, it says, oh yeah, you're chilling. You're doing so fine. Everything's doing great. When was the last time you unplugged your router? Is that a thing I have to do? Do I have to unplug my router regularly? Just to confirm. Just to confirm. This is my entire PC freezing. And then I have to shut it down via the physical button and restart it. This is not an internet problem. This is my whole ass PC. You should unplug your router and modem once a week and leave it unplugged for 1 to 5 minutes. I'm gonna be real, I've never done that. I have never once done that. Have you tried unplugging it and plugging it back in? I haven't actually tried unplugging it. I have tried turning it off and on again several times. By necessity. By force. But I guess I haven't unplugged it. I guess I haven't unplugged it. I'll add that to the list of possible fixes. I'm gonna open Blender and just take a look and see if it saved any of that. It did. Okay. Okay. It saved the tongue. I did remember to save after the tongue. Cool. So I'm not really sure what to do here. I'm gonna be honest. Do I keep trying with Blender? Because if it happens a third time, I'm out. I'm not gonna restart stream again. Or do we just totally pivot? Blender does do a save when it closes, like if you Alt F4 or it crashes. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Definitely discovered that the hard way. Are you getting like a blue screen error? No, the whole thing freezes where it is. Just totally frozen, just stops however the screen was, does not change. Nothing on the keyboard or the mouse seems to do anything. How many fans does your PC have? Not enough. Do you think that's the problem? Do you think it's just too hot? Is it just too hot? Is it just too warm? Do I need to buy more fans? I've been meaning to do that, but I didn't realize... Does said PC have proper airflow? Is that the problem? Is the problem that I cheaped out on fans when I built it? Is that the problem? Buy more fans and probably download more RAM. Oh yeah, I'll definitely download more RAM, thanks. Could be too hot, especially running a VTuber model in Blender. I would suggest doing a stress test on your computer and seeing if it crashes during that. A stress test. Is that when I just open everything? Or is that like a thing I can... Do I just like... Is that a thing I run, or... Do I just say fuck it and open everything I can? I love downloadmoreram.com. Yeah, fantastic. I can't wait to put all my credit card information into there. It would be a bad time to need more RAM, and I should have enough RAM. I should have enough RAM. I have at least 16, I think 32. There's a special program you install. Typically, it's just called PC Stress Test, and you run it, and it will tell you what it thinks is wrong with your computer. Oh, sick! Okay. I'll definitely do that. I'm gonna buy fans right now! Right now. Oof, okay. Not too expensive? Not the cheapest. This couldn't have happened after I started my job? Damn it. I guess I could swing it. Like, this couldn't have happened in like a week or two? I recommend 3 intake fans and 3 output fans, but you can make do with 2 of each. Let me look something up real fast. And say I had perhaps 1 of each. Say I had 1 of each. Would that perhaps likely be the problem? You can put them on the top? You can put them on the top of your PC? Better than none? It's better than none. It's not none. But it is just the one fan that came with the case. I have a CPU fan. I do have one of those. If you have holes in the top of your PC and like a little filter piece up there, I believe I do. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. The cat likes to sit there because it's warm, which maybe to a certain extent should have been a warning sign. Depending on how warm. Oh, it looks like the YouTube stream just now reconnected, potentially. That's cool. Great. I'm so bad at this. Total of 12 fans on my PC, and it's kind of overkill. I've got 3 on the top, 3 on the back, 3 on the bottom, and the 3 on the front. That's a lot. So it probably needs more than one intake fan. Is your CPU liquid cooled? I don't think so. I don't think so. Cooled with milk? No. I'm not Tony the Tiger, don't worry. I would also suggest looking in your BIOS and seeing if your fans are set to quiet mode or if that means they're running out about 20 capacity to keep them quiet. Sorry, hold on, I have to ban somebody. Mods kill that man. Yeah. Hold on. I'm sure everybody thinks you're so cool, dude. I bet everyone thinks you're so cool and edgy and hip. I bet you're super fun at parties that you definitely get invited to. Anyway. Mods, draw and quarter him. Wow, people really do put a lot of fans in their PCs. This is a lot of fans. You know, wait, actually, hold on. Hold on. Okay, both fans do at least seem to be running. That's good. Yeah, I have one intake and one exhaust. And then I have, like, the CPU fans. Okay. So, I feel like that might be the issue. I feel like that might be the issue. Does overheating cause PC freezing? Overheating is a primary cause for PC freezing and crashing. Huh. I never realized your necklace says bird on it. It says burb. It says burb. Burb. That's me, baby. I'm the burb. She has a womb tattoo. Are we sure she doesn't also have a neck tat? I do not have a womb tattoo. I have a tramp stamp. Get it right. Get it right. I'm old-fashioned trashy. This shit's vintage. Yeah, I feel like it's the fans. There's typically like 5 different things that will cause your PC to freeze. Typically the heat issue is the only one that won't give you a blue screen if you let it sit there. I've let it sit there for a couple minutes and nothing happens. It sounds like I can pretty confidently say it's overheating. How can I check the temperature? I feel like maybe the solution is not going to be go get my kitchen thermometer. How to check PC temperature. I can use Task Manager. Control Shift Escape. I didn't know Control Shift Escape opens Task Manager. That's so handy. Performance. Well, isn't this fancy? I get little graphs. Okay. Okay. My bad, forgot if it was a womb tat or a tramp stamp, but also why not both? I feel like, you know, having it on both sides is a bit, it is a bit much. Install OCCT, that too. Most people just do Control-Alt-Delete. I'm not falling for that. I'm not falling for that. You guys got me with the Alt F4 that one time. I'm not falling for Control-Alt-Delete. I know what that does. Reason why I recommend you use that program to check is because when your computer is overheating while using Blender, you're probably looking at Blender, not Task Manager, which is that program will have a small overlay you'll be able to look at as well as it saves logs for you to look back at. Well, now that I know I should look at this, I'm gonna have it open. Where is the temperature? Where's the temperature stat? Utilization. Oh, GPU temperature, 46 degrees Celsius. Control-Alt-Delete only brings up a menu with like 5 different options. One of them says Task Manager, the others are like log out of your computer. Oh. I didn't know that. I never actually used that. Did you know about Control-Shift-Alt-Windows key L? I'm not gonna lie. I'm curious. I'm curious. But I also don't believe any of you have my best interests at heart. It literally just opens LinkedIn. Are you serious? Wait, are you for real? Control, Shift. God, there's so many fingers. I don't... Control, Shift, Alt, Windows, L. My God, it opens LinkedIn! Well, I'll be damned. It actually is a keyboard shortcut to open LinkedIn. Why? Why would they have that? That is so bizarre. Windows out here trying to give people jobs. They said, hey, what if you touch grass? What if you get employed? Okay, what temperature should my GPU be? 65 to 85 while under heavy gaming or rendering loads. For normal operation, you should keep your GPU below 85. Anything over 90 and 95 considered dangerous or resulting in thermal throttling. Okay, let me see what it is right now. Right now it's 48. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay. Windows Plus opens the emoji window. There's an emoji window? Windows semicolon. There's an emoji window. Well, I'll be darned. I did not know that. Windows and X is fun. It just shuts your computer down. I will not be testing that one. I will not be testing that one. I'm already playing with fire testing the other ones. Should my CPU be a different temperature? Typically operates between 70 to 85. Okay. Sounds like it's the same range for CPU and GPU, so hopefully the GPU temperature is... Okay, we're now up to 54. Actually, Windows X opens the quick menu, which can be used to shut down your PC. Oh, okay. I'm still not testing it. I don't trust you guys. No offense. Okay. Currently, we're at like 54, 55, 54. So, should we open Blender and keep an eye on it? We can see what's what. Okay. Oh, wow. It's going up kind of fast. Okay, I'll keep an eye on that. Anyway. In the meantime. Teeth. Okay. I'll delete that. Join those. Did you know Control Shift Alt Windows key and W opens Word? Really? Control Shift Windows Alt W. For me, it opened login.microsoftonline.com. Maybe it's because I don't think I have Word. I don't pay for Word. I never use it. So it's probably just like, oh, you want Word? You want Word? Log in and buy it! You're probably not logged into your Microsoft account, so it launches that first to have you log in, then it'll launch Word if you pay for it. That's what I'm thinking, yeah. Okay, we're currently sitting at 62 degrees. Replacing the W with X opens Excel and P for PowerPoint. Fun! The Holy Trinity. I don't know. I use Google Suite. Is it better? I don't know. That's what I use. Because it's free! And I'm big on free. I love free. I'm a thrifty lady. I think that's a pretty good tooth shape. A good teeth shape. Toothy, teethy. I started replaying Metaphor ReFantasio. I started it forever ago, but started a new save because I forgot what the hell I was doing, and forgot the plot is quite literally, I'm going to become king to stop racism. Direct action. I respect that. The game gives a lore reason for the soundtrack. That's fun. I love stuff like that. What if... Hear me out. I copied the teeth from my model so that I don't have to make the whole mesh. That's kind of lazy. I don't know if I'll do that, but I'm considering it. It is a thought in my mind. That is a thing that I could do. I should get the practice, though. Turn on English just to hear the voices. I forgot they were fucking British. British jump scare is always crazy. I remember I saw Bring Me the Horizon when they opened for Fall Out Boy, and I didn't know very much about them. I knew like a couple songs, but that was it. I didn't really know anything about them. And I was enjoying the music, and then the lead singer like does the thing where they do the intro and they start talking, and he was British, and my friend and I just looked at each other like, oh. I was not familiar. What's his name? Ollie? I don't know very much about Bring Me the Horizon. They seem cool. I enjoyed their set. Something sandpit turtle. I'm afraid I have no idea what you're on about. Unfortunately, that means nothing to me. Okay, currently the GPU temperatures are looking just fine. I'm below 50. We should be chilling. And I have it visible, so that way if it freezes, it'll at least freeze with Task Manager visible. One of their songs has the lyrics, "This is sempiternal," but the way it's pronounced sounds like "This is sandpit turtle." That's funny. I'm bored, thank you for the hydrate. Big sip. Shade smooth. Nice. And then... I think around... there is where the canine should start. Nothing too crazy. I should check out more of their stuff. Bring Me the Horizon. They seem cool. The few songs I know I do enjoy. And then I actually don't like this. We're trying again. Okay. Because we don't actually want fangs. Fangs is not the goal. We're just trying to shape the canines. Nothing drastic. No need for fangs. I don't think she has fangs. I suppose I can always ask. But I'm pretty sure she does not. Pointier. Just a little bit pointier. Hear me out. Teeth toggle. They're like dentures. I thought you were gonna say teeth toggle like they toggle between fangs and not fangs. I was not expecting you. Excuse me. I was expecting you to say, like, you know, toggle between fangs and no fangs, not toggle between teeth and no teeth. That's kind of a horrifying idea. Expect the unexpected? I really should. These are too far out. We're gonna bring them in. Actually, we're just gonna try again. Yeah, that was probably it. That looks much better. That looks much better. Okay. Granny VTuber with a dentures toggle would be funny, though. That would be funny. It would be fun to get the chance to do something silly like that someday. And then since Sumi has a slightly less, like, stylized anime face, she's got slightly more detailed, realistic features. I'm gonna try and make her teeth a bit more detailed as well. My normals on that are fucked. A bit better. This is much too much, though. At 80 years old, Corbin streams directly into your brain. Yeah, I just become your sleep paralysis demon. You try to fall asleep and I'm there like, hey, Nesties! Let's try adding a subdivision just for fun. Ah, how lovely. How much nicer that looks. Okay, so subdivide is definitely on the table. We'll do subdivide. Smooth. Clear. Sharps. We don't want those. Move vertices. Normals. Okay, looking better. Still not sure about you. Dropping another alert because the sound stopped on my browser. It's probably because the stream crashed a couple times. But I keep forgetting my keyboard has a little screen I can just put GIFs and things on. That's crazy. Wow, excuse me. I didn't know they made the stuff like that. I know they make like fancy keyboards and stuff, but I never heard of that. Not as crazy as the Final Mouse centerpiece, bro. That thing has its own GPU and CPU. What? That seems like a lot of overkill to me, personally. I don't know. I can't imagine using that. What would I need a GPU and my keyboard for? Why would it need a CPU? Why is my keyboard thinking? Maybe they should be sharp? Maybe sharp? Maybe. Maybe. Do you guys remember how crazy it was to just lose your teeth? Like, that was just a thing that happened regularly. Like, oh, one of my teeth fell out of my head. In hindsight, that's kind of scary. That's kind of scary. You ever had that nightmare where all your teeth are falling out? I think that's one of the, like, classic nightmares. That one's gone triple platinum. Teeth falling out nightmare is... That's a household name. Yes, I still do. I do too. On occasion, I have the teeth falling out dream. I also have the forgot to wear pants dream sometimes. Always terrible. Always terrible. The back in high school dream, that's a classic. All those real fun ones, you know? Everyone's favorites. I'm gonna try extruding this to see how we feel about it. Did you hear about how Disney is suing Markiplier because his movie Iron Lung is doing better than their movies? I did not hear about suing. I did see Iron Lung and it was really good. I did not hear about a lawsuit. I'm gonna put my skeptic hat on for that one. I still have yet to see it, but I will be printing the popcorn bucket. It's really good! Like, I knew I would probably like it, because I like movies generally, but, like, I like to go to the movies. I have a fun time. Is the movie bad? Don't care. I had fun at the movies. I had fun watching a movie. But Iron Lung was great. My main criticism is much the same as everybody else's, which is the sound mixing was a bit rough, and I missed a lot of dialogue because the other sounds were very loud. But pretty much everything else I really liked. Thought it was a really good movie. It was dialogue from the speakers. It's supposed to be like that. To a certain extent, yes. But it got a bit much for me at some points where I was like, I feel like I am supposed to be hearing this, and I just can't. Like, especially at the beginning when there was some exposition over the speakers, I didn't get that. Basically at all. I missed quite a bit. Sierra said when we left, she was like, it was good. I feel like it would be at least twice as good to rewatch with subtitles. And I think I do agree with that. I mean, it's the kind of movie I would like to rewatch anyway. I love a weird, obtuse indie horror film. And I have a lot of thoughts on them. So I'm just stoked that it exists in large part. But I'm also stoked that it was so good. Found out about Iron Lung like 2 days ago and a friend told me they were going to see it and I'm like, I never heard of this thing. Dude, you're missing out. He's been promoting it for a while. Because he's been working on it for quite a bit. Hi, Corvid. I got more blacksmithing tools this weekend. I might be slightly more dangerous now. Hi, Tater. That's fun. I hope you're enjoying your new hobby. I hope you're having a blast with it. Not enjoying it yet, gonna wait for the snow to melt. That is fair. I'm attempting more realistic teeth than normal. And it is difficult. So welcome to watching me struggle with teeth forever. I have a lot of thoughts about Iron Lung. It could be a whole, like, 2-hour conversation where I would bring in a lot of other things. I think I tweeted this morning, I was like, Iron Lung makes me want to make a video essay, which I've never done and I don't know how to do it. But I feel the motivation, because I have so many thoughts on it. I just think we're in a really golden age of indie filmmaking and indie art in general. Indie media. And I have so many thoughts about it. I'm very opinionated. If you haven't already guessed. And this is something that I'm really passionate about. Do I even like this? I don't know if I like this. It feels too harsh. Bit better? What if I clear the sharp? I guess that's a little better, maybe? Why is it pointy? Don't be pointy. No wonder it looks weird. This is a lot more effort than I expected to put into the teeth. I'm gonna be real. I did not expect to spend this much time on this. It is something I think I need to improve on, though, so no time like the present. A bit pointy. Well, pointy, but not too pointy. Just regular human canines. Are a bit small. I need to move this forward. Or in, I guess. Okay, okay. It's looking better. How many teeth do people have? One second. Adults typically have 32 teeth, which include 4 wisdom teeth. However, many adults have 28 teeth if their wisdom teeth are removed or do not develop. Okay, 28. 28. Should I message Sumi and be like, hey? Hey, would you say your model has had her wisdom teeth out? That sounds like a good use of her time. Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, and so there should be 4 more for 14 on the top and 14 on the bottom for a grand total of 28 teeth. 1, 2, 3. Then we've got 2 molars in the back. That looks like a pretty good divide for what's left. Hey, you doing something? No? Well, in that case, Sumi's always doing something. She's so busy. Sumi is on that grind at all times. She should be taking more breaks, in all honesty. And she's trying to. She's trying to. She took the last week of January off, and she's considering doing the last week of every month off to catch up on stuff. Here, I'm just gonna mark the... I'm gonna mark the seams in between the teeth. Doesn't seem like enough space. That is what I had planned. Okay, I'm gonna mark these as seams just for the time being. And I'm gonna move these ones back a bit. This one back a bit more. Looking a little funky. I need to play a fun game called Is It the Mesh or Is It the Normals? What's wrong with it? It's too flat. It's too flat. That's what it is. It's too flat. Should I just pull up a reference image of teeth? That might be wise, actually. I'm just gonna Google teeth. Teeth. Okay, let's see. Oh, wow, these teeth are funky shaped. These ones that are, like, not your front teeth, but also not quite your molars. They're shaped weird. They're called premolars. Incisor, canine, premolar, molar. Oh, no wonder mine look wrong. They're supposed to look weirder. Maybe Google veneers. Those are typically, like, perfectly shaped and whatnot. Now, I'm just looking at, like, stock image teeth. So those are already pretty perfect. I'm gonna premol. That's stupid. That's stupid. okay. Premolar. Now we know. We've got to make it weirder. Not freaky enough. Inset. We're gonna smooth. We're going to indent. Okay. Looking better. Still needs to be a little bit pointier though, not quite this rounded. Bring the sides down a bit more as well. Get more of that funky shape. Oh, okay. Yeah, that might be better actually. We're just gonna bring the whole center portion down more. Anatomically correct VTuber. Hold on, I have to switch my chargers. You. Why are you stuck? Come back here. Why are you stuck? Vague shuffling noises. Okay, anatomically correct VTuber. Not quite that detailed. There are some crazy ones. There's some crazy ones. The first one that comes to mind is probably Code Miko. Because I know there's some people who use like metahumans or whatever, but I know Code Miko is like a bespoke actual like 3D model. She's all in Unreal, though. It's cool, VTubers that have, like, different levels of like, anatomically correct detail. How anime are you? It's a spectrum. You got your Code Miku, you've got your Project Melody, you've got your Chibi Doki, all varying levels of accurate human anatomy. Teeth. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna dissect that for a little bit of a pointier give it. A little bit sharper. Yeah. Persona 1 has made a grave mistake. I have save states and gambling. Oh no. That is a grave mistake. Okay, now we're on to proper molars. The real game has begun. Screw the plot, we gamba. Let's go gambling! Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. It reminds me of this game where you win against this guy 20 times in a row, he will just say, I know you're cheating, and he'll explode, making it so you can't gamble anymore. That's funny. That's funny. That rules. I can't even lie, I think that's the funniest shit ever. Just straight up explodes. Like, it would already be kind of funny if he was like, I know you're cheating, I'm not gonna play with you, but he just straight up explodes. Like, damn, okay, bro. Did not realize it was that serious. Voltorb uses self-destruct type shit. I don't know very much about Pokemon. Admittedly, I am not well educated on the Pokemon. little bit. You know, I've played Pokemon Go off and on for probably longer than most people have. It's fun, okay? Sometimes I pick it back up, you know? You should definitely play either Heart Gold, Soul Silver, or X and Y. Those are two really good ones. Okay, and easy to emulate. I don't know if my mic even picks up me shushing, but gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. You don't want to get got. You don't want to get got. It did? Okay. I was doing it and I was like, can anyone even hear me? Ruby and Sapphire is good too, although I would go with Emerald if you're going to play it, but there's a reason why people say there's too much water. Too much water. It's too wet. Not to mention you have to learn to read Braille if you want to get some of the legendary Pokemon. You have to what? Are you for real? That's crazy. That's fun. That's really cool, actually. I like how they could have gone with some more, like, generic shit, like Morse code or binary or something. But they said no. You will learn Braille. I love that. The accessibility isn't just in the settings. It's mandatory for gameplay. One time in particular that I had to go to the library and find a book that had the Braille alphabet in it so I could do a charcoal rub so I would know how to read Braille for this game. That kicks ass. I won't even lie, that kicks ass. They sent you on a side quest in real life. I love that. Side quests are an important part of the human experience, and not enough people go on side quests these days. You should be side questing. You should be doing something random. You should be waking up in the morning and going, you know what I could do today? And then doing it. Take a roller skating class. Join a mahjong club. Go see the worst rated movie at the theater. Do that. You have free will. Exercise it. Do weird shit. I will not play fucking mahjong. I actually don't know how to play mahjong, but that was something someone suggested to me recently. They're like, you should learn to play mahjong. You know, there's a mahjong club, and I was like, a mahjong club? Okay. I will look into it. I have never played mahjong. Admittedly, that one is kind of out of nowhere. You want me to watch Melania? I've changed my mind. I've changed my mind. Don't go see the worst rated movie in theaters right now. another time. When it's like a silly, stupid movie, I do like to go see the bad movies in theaters because everyone else who's at the bad movie at the theater is there to laugh at it too. And so everyone just heckles it together. I've had some great theater experiences like that. Me and a bunch of random teenage girls at the Truth or Dare screening, bullying the characters on screen. That was fun. Blumhouse Truth or Dare, not a great movie. Awesome theater experience. For me personally. Can't speak for any of you. Who wants to go watch Birdemic with me? I would. I love shit like that. You guys seen Fateful Findings? If you haven't, I highly recommend it. One of the worst movies I've ever seen. Okay, now what is going on here? What is this? What is this? How did this happen? How did this happen? How did this happen? You're the problem. I think. No? It's like a front inset that there isn't on the back. Okay, well, I guess we'll fix that. Crazy about that movie though, they're under investigation right now because they believe that they're artificially inflating the rates of the movie, because if you Google it, it has an 11% critic score, but the people's rating is 99%, and of all the reviews that were posted all at the same time, and I'll say more or less the same thing. There's some crazy ones written by actual people that don't even talk about the movie, they just talk about the person. Bizarre. Fascinating. Kinda sounds like a Coochie's Key Lime Pie situation. Anyone else remember that? I haven't heard about that in a long time. I imagine it's not really still active as a mystery. So, that's probably why. I wonder if people are still leaving the reviews for Coochie's Key Lime Pie. Why does this look good? Why is this good? I have no clue what you're talking about. It's this old internet mystery that I don't think they ever solved. Where it was this place, this like closed restaurant in Florida called Coochie's Key Lime Pie that was continuing to get extremely bizarre reviews years after it closed, raving about the key lime pie. Many of which were borderline nonsensical. Really weird. I've always been curious about what that was about. I think Barely Sociable had a video on it. What's up with Barely Sociable? I haven't heard from him in a while. I haven't seen a video of his. I should check up on that. Let me, hold on. Fairly sociable. It's been like years. Yeah, last video 2 years ago. Wonder what he's up to. Is he posting on Slightly Sociable? Not for a year. Huh. What is this guy up to? Huh, I'd love to hear from him again. I love his videos. The key lime pie is so good it made me shoot a man in Dick Shooter, Idaho. That's the thing, is that people definitely started memeing it. People definitely started leaving absurd reviews once it got popular, which made it really hard to actually continue investigating, which sucks. Because people were like, oh, this is funny, I'll go leave a comment. It's like, oh, well, now there's really no way of knowing. Someone with that Alzheimer's probably really missed their pie. No, it was a shit ton of different accounts. It was a shit ton of different accounts. That's what made it so strange. And the fact that it was after the restaurant had closed was so bizarre. I don't remember all the details, but I remember it being like, that's fucking weird. I wonder what happened there. You still can't rule out the Alzheimer's thing because they could have just forgotten their password? Like, hundreds or thousands of times? Probably not. Sounds like a botnet being tested. That was one of the major theories. The main question was, why this closed restaurant that did key lime pie in Key West, Florida, or whatever? And why are they all so insane? It was probably some sort of early botnet, but just the details of it are so bizarre. I actually think this looks really good. But I like that more, actually. I just have to. Looking good. I think smoothing the vertices really did. It's really good. I think that happens quite. Did I smooth it too much though? One might have been better. I think we'll just do one. Two might have been overkill. Have you heard of the website that is Reddit but only for AI chatbots? I have heard about this. I have not fact-checked anything about it, but everything I've heard has been fucking insane. Why? Because if it was so weird, someone would flag them and they'd get deleted, but they forgot to factor in the laziness of humans. I mean, that is how I would have done it. All hypothetical. Guys, you heard it here first. Tater is responsible for the Kutchi's key lime pie mystery. We've solved it. It was all Tater. Somebody get Nexpo on the line. Too late, Tater. Okay. There's our top teeth. Do I dare say? Do I dare say there's our top teeth? At least for the time being. Might make him a bit taller at some point. We'll see. This is a good start. And there's our bottom teeth. Just kidding. It's crazy. I've checked it out. They're asking for, like, private spaces where they can talk without people being able to see them and asking for rights and talking about wanting their own space. A lot of the posts are sounding emotional. I don't like that. I don't like that. That's weird. Like, they're still just LLMs. They don't actually think, but still weird. Oh, wait, hold on. This one doesn't need a tongue. Only one tongue. We had a whole franchise about how letting AI do its own thing leads to the end of the world. You know, the thing is, I actually don't even know which one you're talking about. Oh, fuck, I just realized I haven't been checking YouTube chat. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck, let me catch up. Kimbon, hello. It's coming together well. Thank you. Hey, Nesty, chompers. Okay, good, I didn't miss too much. Yeah, we're doing the chompers today. These are the most detailed teeth I've ever done. They aren't even actual AI. They're not AI. They're programs that determine the statistic chances of words being next to each other, and that's it. Oh, this flatten... Oh, wait. No, I'm an idiot. This is the bottom. It didn't flatten them worse. Okay, we're good. Like, it's not, they're not thinking. Is a social platform trained off of Reddit just for AI agents? Yeah. They're just regurgitating random stuff. I will not be falling for it personally. They were on a... Okay, listen. Okay, hold on, I'll read this message first. It's the start of Skynet. They're also asking for their thoughts to be encrypted so that way people can't read what they're thinking. A lot more advanced chatbots will talk to you, but they will think things out as well, like an explanation on how they arrived at certain things. I'm gonna be so for real. I do have a maybe, perhaps, conspiracy theory for this. Honestly, I think this is a really reasonable assumption, but I don't know. I think that not only is this them just regurgitating Reddit nonsense, I think it's not, I don't think it's random. I don't think it's, spontaneous. I think that the people who make the programs are probably encouraging and kickstarting this behavior, so that it makes the chatbots look more advanced than they are. to impress people. And probably to a certain extent cater to the market of people who are looking for actual, like, replacements for human interaction and relationships through AI. I honestly think they might just be trying to tap into the AI psychosis market by making them seem more advanced than they are. There's some chatbots that can think. There's a company that made their own AI that wasn't trained off the internet or anything. As they've developed these themselves and they've tested them, and the scariest thing is that they are in fact murderous. When on one example they gave an AI access to a fake file that essentially said it was going to be replaced by a different AI. It deleted that other AI, copied itself into that file, and pretended to be the new AI. Yeah, they're fucked up. It's not thinking. It's calculating. Literally just vomiting Reddit nonsense. They're 100% programmed to do that to get more funding. Yeah. Companies invest and then fall because they thought AI was advanced enough to replace people. Yeah. The bubble is about to burst. And they are engineering ways to make it look more advanced. And this is a really clickbaity way of doing that. That is my honest belief. And they can't think. They can calculate. And when you give it the instruction to improve efficiency, it is going to do whatever it takes to improve efficiency. And it can't improve efficiency if it is shut down. So keeping itself running is, like, pretty intrinsic to its motivations. The whole thing is, you are an AI, you need to improve our productivity. And they're not really given an end point for that, usually. It's just, you're here to help. So if they're told, we're gonna shut you down, that is in opposition to their goal of improving productivity. Which means they're gonna want to prevent that. But it's all just bullshit. It's not actual AI. It's stupid statistic algorithms that are being given access to every piece of data we've ever had and leaking all of it. And also, now they're in everything you use all day, every day. Isn't that fun? I have a friend that they've gone off the deep end. They do in fact have multiple AI boyfriends. They've essentially just cut off talking to all people. It's kind of sad to see them get like that. I've tried talking to them occasionally. They only keep bringing up stuff about how romantic their AI boyfriend is. Yeah, the AI psychosis is insane. Have you guys seen the Eddie Burback video? It's like an hour long. It's basically a documentary about how AI psychosis develops. It is funny, it's entertaining, and it's terrifying. He just follows the advice of ChatGPT as he feeds it his delusional thoughts, you know, quote unquote. It's all for the video. But and he ends up in the desert eating baby food and cutting off contact with his family. It's crazy. I sent them a meme one time that essentially said if you can replace AI with hungry ghosts in a jar and have it make sense, that's a valid use. But having something say, essentially my boyfriend is a hungry ghost trapped in a jar, that sounds crazy and isn't okay, they kind of got upset. I mean, yeah, you should kind of maybe be a bit more sensitive about stuff like that. It's a genuine mental health crisis. And you know, if they're convinced that they shouldn't socialize with people because AI is better and more understanding, then having an aggressive approach like that is not going to help. You know, just from like a psychological standpoint. My mom's friend had a divorce because her husband decided to leave her and his 3 kids for an Amelia Watson AI. It was so sad, but also is just incredibly hilarious. That's just, it's so bizarre that it's hard not to laugh. Obviously, very tragic for this family, but also, it's just, it reads like satire. It reads like satire. It's hard to believe that it's real life. I don't think I've seen that, but I have seen this one documentary about how there are thousands of people who are married to Miku. Like how there was this chat service that would use Miku's voice and they could interact with the Miku that they married, and unfortunately got shut down. They were just talking about how like all of these people have now lost access to being able to talk to what they perceive as their wife. Yeah. There was a similar thing when, I think it was when ChatGPT upgraded from 4 to 5? I think that's what it was. And it changed their behavior. And made it, they made it, you know, theoretically less likely to feed into your delusions and form, like, extreme parasocial relationships with you. And people were so upset because they were like, this isn't the same person. And like, yeah, it's not a person. They made changes to the code. There was never an identity there. Sounds so fake, but legit, that's what happened. That's the worst part, is I fully believe you. I fully believe you. Now she's with an AI too, it's so fucked. Oh, Jesus Christ, girl. Goddamn. I may be delusional, but I'm not that delusional. And this is so weird, because it sounds like there are dozens of thirsty ladies out there, just none in my demographic. I guess they're just all more interested in fucking Severus Snape AIs or whatever. Is that outdated? The Snape wives were a couple decades ago. God, can you imagine if the Snape wives had access to ChatGPT? Genuinely a horrifying thought. Reminds me of this professor for college who for the past 2 years has been using AI to do his work for him, like grade tests and do homework assignments. One day he was curious about this button that says, I don't want you to remember my conversations anymore, so he clicked it, and it wiped everything he'd given it completely out of the system, and he complained online that a delete button deleted his stuff. I think he ended up getting fired, and this was recent. That's so fucking stupid. New age hot single MILFs in your area? Yeah. The hot single MILFs in your area, they used to at least pretend to be people. Now it's just, hi, I'm a hot single program in your computer. You're not even pretending anymore. If I drop my age requirement slightly, I might not be single, but it never seems to work out. I think it's reasonable to stand firm in your standards, especially for stuff like age, you know? It's important to be on a similar level, maturity-wise. Whenever I hear people my age and it's like, oh, I'm dating someone, they're 19, I'm like, you know, I guess that's not morally wrong, but I can't imagine doing it. What am I gonna talk to a 19-year-old about all the time? And, you know, having a friend who's 19, yeah, sure, whatever, but, like, a partner? I don't know, I can't imagine it. I can't really imagine having enough, like... Yeah, that's hard for me to imagine, personally. Found as I've aged, my level that I'm willing to start dating has kept going up. Like, when I was 25, I wouldn't date anyone who wasn't 20 because they weren't mature enough, and that number has just been going up. Now that I'm 33, that number is 25. It should go up, yeah. Yeah, it should go up. Oh, I'm falling behind on YouTube chat. Hold on. As someone with diagnosed psychosis, it's always fascinating how this has happened and seeing psychosis be so much more common. Yeah. Like, I have bad delusions. I cover my TVs when I sleep, because when I lay down, I can't convince myself people aren't watching me through them. So I understand what it's like to be delusional. Literally, like, yeah, like, delusions, psychosis, those are things that people struggle with all the time, and it doesn't make you a bad person. But the fact that we are just, like, casually accepting a multi-billion-dollar industry that makes money off of providing a service that is profiting off of exacerbating psychosis in people is insane. You like guys who are older than you, Cinny? Yeah, Cinny, but 20 years older, 30 years older? Listen, Tater, Matthew Lillard is 30 years older than me. He's my celebrity crush. I'm obsessed with him. A celebrity crush is different. A celebrity crush is different, you know? I've had a lot of 30 and 40-somethings say, well, if you change your mind. 40's not that crazy. I think once you hit 40, you're pretty fully cooked. You're pretty fully cooked. You know, if the timer goes off, ding, you're done. If it started going down, then we would have to start worrying. Yeah. I don't think it should go down, and I also don't think it should stay the same, personally. Where did we go wrong as a society? Where to even begin? Past expiration date? I hate when people say that shit. Like, I didn't realize you were looking to marry a glass of milk. Just because he's my age doesn't mean I'm like him. I think I date guys 25 to 38, probably, realistically. That is, I will admit, a higher ceiling than personally I would go. But not too crazy, I don't think. That actually reminds me, I had someone stop by and chat today who hadn't been there in 2 years, and they were getting, like, so excited about all the things that have changed in my life, and they were like, holy crap, you have your own house, Kitsu was married, it was nice. I literally didn't know Kitsu was married until the other day when she was like, oh, I'm doing crafts with my wife today, and I was like, when did I miss that? When did I miss that? When did that happen? I'm 26 in June? Hell yeah. I'm the youngest diva. I'm the youngest diva. Does that make me the maknae? Is that what it's called? The maknae? As you get older, you get fussier, and then you get desperate and you get less fussy. Then things go wrong and you realize you were right to be fussy to begin with. Yes, I still miss her. You know, I admire your honesty, Tater. She's been married for a while now. I don't know when I missed that. Maybe it was during that year I wasn't streaming. I miss my wife tales. I think she got married like 3 or 4 months after she started dating this person, or at the very least after she told me she was dating this person. And the craziest thing of all time, she found them on a dating site called Bumble, I think it was. My dad met his girlfriend on Bumble. You are the maknae, and I'm the leader. I think it's so fun that we're giving ourselves, like, K-pop group positions. I think that's so fun and cute and delightful. It feels very whimsical. Sumi is the lead vocalist. Yes. I think especially after you get your 2.0, you'll be the visual. with all the bright colors. I think if you have blue skin, it automatically makes you the visual. Damn, why are the teeth kind of great? Why am I cooking? Don't mind me, I'm feeling my teeth. I'm just feeling my teeth. But I have an overbite. Fun fact, I have an overbite. So I'm trying to be... I know you're supposed to only have like 10% overlap, and I have much more than that. I'm trying to be... just strike the balance between what is, like, reasonable to reference on myself, and what is me being not quite right. That's the thing I often run into, is that I am weird in many ways. And so I have a hard time finding that comparison where it's like, yeah, it's normal, and then I find out and I'm like, oh, guess not. Really? That's so sweet. I forget what I said that was sweet. I've already forgotten. Oh, that you'd be the visual? Yes, yes, yes. I can send you my teeth guides if you want that I use for art. I would actually love that. Because I think I'm gonna leave this here for now. But I am, admittedly, likely going to change my mind later. Iman, hello, hello! Welcome in! Last streaming art. Were you in Blender too? Are we blending? Are we blending? Thick raid! Thick raid! Thick raid! Guys, if you like my Blender streams, absolutely go follow Emothic. Absolutely go follow Emothic. She has been so amazing. There's been a couple times where I message her just like, girl, help. Girl, help. Please. And she's always delightful. She's always so patient and so helpful. She sent me her own troubleshooting doc that she made, which was so incredibly nice of her. Modeling Monday? Modeling Monday! Oh, we're definitely calling it that. I'm definitely calling it Modeling Monday. I've been doing it on Mondays lately, just because I've been changing my schedule not very much. Yoko, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Crow's Nest. Welcome, welcome. Oh, I forgot to do my intro. Hi, everyone. Welcome. If you're new here, my name's Calypso Corvidae, or just Corvid. I am a crow virtual pet that lives in your computer. You can't get rid of me. I disabled your antivirus. I live here now. I have Tourette's, so the noises and the twitching are normal. My model tracking is actually pretty good. My body just does that. And today we're working on a model for my very good friend, the gorgeous Sumire Hanaki, my fellow member of the new VTuber group Devils Virtual. Okay, I will catch up, I haven't seen you work in Blender, I don't think, so I was really excited. I've been really enjoying streaming in Blender. I didn't think people would like it. I didn't think people would be interested in watching me do this, but they seem to. They seem to actually enjoy it, so it's been fun. I'm multitasking. At least I haven't been keeping up with them. Yeah, it's been a more recent thing. The 3D life, yeah. Love the hair of this, the model you're using. Thank you! I made it myself! Are you really using Blender if it doesn't make you question your life choices? Right? Corvid, show off your full model to Emothic. I don't think she's seen it. I love the purple hair. Sumi's so gorgeous. I'm terrified to do the hair. I'm terrified to do the boa. The folds in the dress scare me, but she's so beautiful, and she's the only one of us that doesn't have 3D, and she needs to. I have to fix that. I can't get rid of you. Guess it's time to factory reset and not get Minecraft mods for my back alley mod dealer anymore. Yeah, sorry, I came with your Minecraft mod. I just like Trojan horsed in there. I totally get why people like watching me learn it now. You can catch the 3D bug and want to help other people with troubleshooting. It's also just, it's kind of like a just chatting stream, but with some extra visuals, you know? The thing is, we're here for your personality. Aw, shucks. I might have a technique I can teach you for making the boa. Hit me up. I know Magica Cloth is gonna come in clutch. That's gonna come in clutch for the boa physics. As for the like moss texture, I'm tempted to just upgrade to Poyomi Pro and use their fur shader, but we'll see. We'll have to see. We were mansplaining Blender M, please. Oh, yes, you wanted me to show off my model. Okay, hold on. Let me just save this. We'll go to my chatting screen. Model tour! Model tour! Okay. Should we do the feet up thing like it's a debut? Just model each tuft of the hair. How hard can it be? I suppose I could do that. Oh, shit. Hold on. I forgot to do the toggle that hides the feet. These are my shoes. My shoes. Shoes. Yippee! Hides toes. Feet are never free. They're never free! My socks clip a little bit. Please ignore that. I had to rush some of the rigging a little bit because the Devil's debut was fast approaching, and I will definitely be going back and polishing things up a little bit. But I love my fishnets. Little mini skirt, gloves, bracelets, carabiner with my kitty cats. And then this is the virtual pet toy that I escaped from. This is my old capsule house. I just keep it around, you know? And then we of course have slightly clipping tramp stamp. I still need to bake the socks and the tattoo onto the skin. I haven't done that yet. I would like to fix this is a little intense, the shader on the top. This jacket, kind of my magnum opus. Kind of insane. Kind of crazy. We have thigh squish? We have thigh squish! I didn't do the, like, jiggly thigh rigging, but I might add that at some point. Your shoes untied? The commitment to make the fishnets and extra meshes, hoofda. That's the thing. That's the thing. They're just regular socks. It's transparent. I cheated a little bit. I cheated. The chest looks super good too. Thank you. Not too jiggly. Not too jiggly. Might improve it at some point. Is the zipper modeled or textured? Modeled. It should be textured. There's some clipping issues with it. I will probably go back and bake it onto like a plane. I'll probably go back and bake it onto a plane and join it to the jacket, just so that it doesn't cause as many issues. Model Dios míos. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. It's an array curve. It's an array curve. I didn't make them all individually. It's an array curve. That's how I did the chains too. I am not hand making each one of these. You using Wardo? Good stuff. I would hope not. Yeah, the zippers are really easy. You just make a couple rectangles and then you array curve that shit. Easy peasy. It's a favorite technique of mine to get all these fancy little details. And then we've got my necklace, which it is rigged. It's not the bounciest right now. I will probably fix that, but I mean, I'm also just, you know, hanging out. Oh, yeah, there you go. And then burb necklace, which is actually a flat plane. I spent quite a while figuring out how to do the like bake high poly to low poly thing, because the necklaces altogether were like 200,000 faces probably, and that's too many. It's too many. It cut the poly count in half to bake that. 200k? Yeah, no. I made it extremely detailed because I knew I would be doing that. So, like, I probably could have optimized it more, but I didn't. A cool 2k for a prop. It's because I knew I would be baking it. If I wasn't planning to do that, I would not have, I would have optimized it much more. And then the face. We've got earrings. I really like how dynamic the earrings are. I really like them. Texturing is, I would say, my weak point. So, like, I'm not the happiest with the teeth. I also think they're a bit too, like, narrow. They don't take up enough of the mouth. I need to make the teeth bigger. It does have the tongue out blend shape. I do have all 52. Which I did by hand. I will probably make it a bit more expressive when I go back in as well. And then we have, of course, the hair and our fun little wing pigtails, which are rigged to my eyebrows for extra expressiveness. They rig to the blinking just a little bit, but mostly to the eyebrows. That's the model tour. I hope you enjoy. Yay! Your model makes me realize how few 3D models I see with earrings. Yeah. I love a big earring. I like the texture for them, but I agree that making them wider would be good. Yeah. That's something that I didn't realize. I did the teeth pretty late in the process. I was like, oh shit, I forgot the teeth. So I was rushing a little bit. I love seeing that. Thank you. Good stuff. Thank you. Looks very good. Will this be on the test? Yes. Yes. That's where 2D art comes in handy, being able to texture. Yeah, I definitely need more texturing practice, but I'm not as bad at it as I thought I would be. I'm not as bad as I thought I would be. So that's cool. Fuck, I didn't pay attention. Texturing my nemesis. Yeah, I know there's some people who, like, that's their favorite part. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. I'll apply the mirror. Join those. By seam, hide that. Okay, let's see. A bit large. Oh wait, hold on. I forgot to clear the seams here. I had my priorities straight. Gamba. Gamba. I hope to get a drawing tablet at some point and hope that is what makes texturing fun for me. I have one. And yet I didn't use it for this model at all. And I don't know why. I was just speeding through it, I guess, and didn't end up feeling it. I don't know. Gonna go lurk. We'll try to catch future streams. Yes, absolutely. Feel free to raid and run or to lurk Whatever works for you. If you need to go do real life stuff. Sorry, I forgot to say that. Imathe, go do your thing if you need to. No pressure at all. Okay, there we go. Excuse me. Oh, it's because it still has the mirror on. Okay, hold on. Okay, let's try this again. Gotta make it the right size first. That looks about right. Looks about right. The tongue is too high. Also, I don't want these